Rabbit Hole Roundup, episode 74, Bullying Story Made Right. So guys, in today's episode, I first want to share an amazing story, super heartwarming story about a kid who was getting bullied at school, and this kid happens to be autistic, but then a group came to the school and made the whole story right, and they also made this kid's day. Warning, this might make you cry, as did me at first.
All aboard!
Then moving into pop culture, after watching Bad Boys Ride or Die for the second time, amazing movie in my opinion, I had a thought that Armando might be the best, or at least one of my favorite, underrated, underappreciated performances by a supporting actor in a movie.
He's your son.
Whoa, don't air quote that. Hey, moving the air quotes down to your hips doesn't un-air quote them.
I will also most likely be doing some up-to-date NBA coverage based on where we're currently at in the playoffs, so that part I'll probably be filming later on, but I will be giving my raw thoughts on this past week of games, and staying with sports, I have some thoughts on the MLB season, and why I believe we might be witnessing two of the best players of all time in their prime, and of course Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani. And maybe I'm overreacting, but these guys are producing at absolutely insane levels, and it's just like the start of the season. And after that, I have a clip that talks about this concept of having just 20 seconds of insane courage, and great things will come. And I also have a clip that talks about why you need to start expecting great things to happen in your life. Anyways, without further ado, let's dive deeper now. Rabbit hole time, let's go.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jared Weiss. If you guys didn't know that, must mean now subscribe to the channel so you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts on this video. Follow me on every platform, and if you guys haven't done so already, make sure to check out my book, Fight Through by Jared Weiss. All links purchased on my website, which is jaredryanweiss.com. It's JAREDRYANWEIS.com. Buy the book, and also make sure to check out all the awesome shirts I have in there. I think I have some really cool stuff. Every shirt is 100% organic cotton, designed by me, and all the shirts have their own motivational words / sayings on them. So any support at all is very much appreciated. Let's dive deeper now. So first up, I had to share this amazing story coming from, I think they're called the Anti-Bullying Gang on Instagram. So warning once again, this might make you tear up, as did me the first time too. Alright, ready, start.
Do y'all remember the autistic kid that was bullied in the restroom a couple weeks ago at Rudder High School in Bryan, Texas? Well, Eli's family reached out to me, so you know we had to pull up. I wanted to go to Rudder High School, but Rudder didn't do anything about Eli being bullied. So his mom pulled him out of Rudder and transferred him to MC Harris. So we pulled up on his first day at his new school to show them who got his back. We got your back, Eli. We got your back, Eli. Hey, Eli. What's up, Eli? What's up, man? Yeah, Eli, we got Chuck E. Cheese rented out just for you, buddy. Today we went to pick up Eli from school. How you doing, Eli? You good? How do you feel today after me and the anti-bully gang came to your school today?
Awesome.
Do you feel like people love you now? Yeah? I just want you to know that we love you and we care about anything that you're going through, okay? And you know now, I'm your big brother, right? Yeah, I'm your big brother and I'm here for you, man.
Thank you, anti-bully gang.
I started tearing up again, actually. It's like an amazing heartwarming story. So no kid out there should ever have to feel like they're not enough, and no matter what age you are, I hope we could all feel loved and we could all feel like we matter. But it's stories like this that remind us that on the flip side of that pain and that hatred, there are still good people out there.
You're a good person.
And I try to be one of them myself, and I hope all you guys are too. This guy or group took action and made something that was really wrong into something super beautiful, and something I'm sure this kid is going to remember for the rest of his life. And we can all make a difference, I believe. And it doesn't have to look like this. It could actually be very simple things, like in the form of smiling at someone, asking how their day is, sitting with someone at lunch who's alone, giving someone a genuine compliment whenever you have the chance to. All very simple things that actually stick with people. As I'm always saying, and like I know this from my own experience too, not everyone has it so easy, and we all get down sometimes. Because of course, it can hurt to be human, and sometimes life hits all of us. We all have our own challenges on a daily basis, and sometimes we're actually overcoming things that no one else sees or no one else knows about. But as the famous quote goes, people aren't going to remember how much money you made, what type of things you had, or what you did, but like above all, they're going to remember how you made them feel. And also, someone out there remembers you because you were nice to them when no one else was. So keep those things in mind, and we can all make a super powerful difference. Moving right along, as you may know, I do sometimes like to throw in some pop culture into these episodes, whether it's movies or TV shows, and of course, this is the Rabbit Hole Roundup, so anything goes. So anyways, although this movie did come out last year, after I watched it for the second time the other day, I want to talk about maybe the most underrated and underappreciated movie character. So the movie I'm referring to once again is Bad Boys Ride or Die. Now of course, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are always going to be amazing together, in my opinion at least.
We're soulmates.
Yeah, I saw my soulmate looking a little different than that.
These two are hilarious and play off of each other really well, and of course are two of the best actors of all time. But an underrated and underappreciated performance was given by Will, in the movie Mike Lowry's son, Armando. So for those of us who are familiar with the Bad Boys movies, know that Armando was a drug dealer and a killer and a criminal his whole life, and Mike didn't even know he had a son until later on. But there's something about seeing a bad guy like who actually does something good that all of us, or at least so many of us, love seeing. It's like for some reason, we're all rooting so hard for bad people to change. It must be something that's like deeply rooted in our psychology. But anyways, especially the scene when Armando is protecting the young girl.
I need you to trust me.
And he gets his neck slashed, he gets stabbed, but yet like he actually takes out all the really bad guys and keeps going, and then the girl's mom like almost kills him, but in a very touching moment, the daughter tells the mom not to kill him because he saved her life, of course.
Mom, don't shoot, don't shoot! Mom, he saved me, stop!
So something about that whole scene was just like really incredible in my opinion, and it's sort of like Loki in the Thor movies. We know like he's not a good guy, but yet we keep hoping like he changes for the better because he keeps showing potential. But of course, Loki is also the god of mischief, so you can never really trust him.
He did try to kill me.
Yes, me too. Many occasions.
Anyways, who do you guys think are some of the most underrated performances by a supporting actor? Let's try to start an interesting conversation in the comments below on this. Next up, I want to get into some baseball talk, especially with the NBA season winding down. And trust me, I'm not going anywhere on that. I know, and I do really appreciate how many of you out there have been enjoying all my sports talk and NBA coverage. And so I will definitely be covering the rest of the NBA season as best I can. However, once the season does end,
No! God, please, no!
in order to keep up with all the sports coverage, I'm probably going to be doing some more MLB talk, and possibly even some Big 3 talk. Big 3 Basketball League, Ice Cubes League, of course, because I do like that league a lot. So anyways, I think we're witnessing two of the best players of all time, in action and in their primes, with no signs of slowing down. And as someone who appreciates greatness and respects greatness in all areas of life, I think we all need to take a step back and realize what we're watching here. And I'm not talking about being a fanboy or idolizing anyone,
Johnny, you're my hero!
but to be respecting this moment of greatness in sports history. So of course I'm referring to Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani. Aaron Judge at the time of filming this is currently batting around 400 with 20 home runs, and Ohtani also has 20 home runs and is batting around 300 with double-digit stolen bases, and soon like he's probably going to come back to pitch as well. Both are in the primes of their careers, both had incredible past few seasons, so could these guys end up being two of the greatest players of all time? And hey, this might be a little bit of an overreaction or prisoner of the moment, but I feel like this could be the Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey, or Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron of our era?
The Great Bambino!
Or whatever the best comparison out there is. And the MLB definitely needed this post the whole steroid era, I think. So anyways, I think like this is a really cool time in baseball. Let me know your thoughts, and if I am overreacting, or if I'm like totally correct here. Next up, I want to share a powerful TikTok that I saw the other day that talks about focusing on what is the best thing that could happen.
But what is the best thing that could happen? What if you start expecting good things? What if you remember that you create your own reality? So you might as well start focusing on the version of reality that you want to create. What if you start actually letting yourself dream big and expecting the best and deciding that you're a lucky person, deciding that this entire universe is on your side? What if you remember that joy and abundance and living your dream life is your birthright? I hope you do.
So often I see people who are preparing for the worst or expecting disappointment and never getting their hopes up.
If you expect disappointment, then you can never really get disappointed.
And this of course is a defense mechanism, but I believe like it also turns into a whole self-fulfilling prophecy. On the flip side, I feel, and like maybe this is just me, but I would much rather believe like that all the best things can and will happen, and choose to imagine and visualize that, because then I will most likely manifest that as my reality, and will actually be giving myself a chance of experiencing that. If you expect nothing good for yourself, then don't be upset or surprised when you actually receive nothing. I believe like the universe is a living thing, and God is listening, so whenever we're telling the universe like we don't deserve anything, we're not good enough, those types of dreams aren't meant for us, then what do you think is going to happen? And this doesn't mean of course like that everything will happen the exact way that we see it, or the exact way like that we want it to right now, but I choose to believe like it's all working out in our favor as long as each of us continues doing our part. But like a lot of that starts with our belief and where we're actually setting our intentions. The next powerful clip I want to share talks about this idea of 20 seconds of insane courage, which as they say is a line from the movie We Bought a Zoo. Let's watch together.
I see a cute guy in public, I'm like, just 20 seconds of insane courage, just always say what you feel and just don't leave anything unspoken, because that's that you just don't have time to regret things.
I love that so much. 20 seconds of insane courage.
That is from a movie from We Bought a Zoo. I can't take that as my own quote, but I swear that I live by that quote now. The quote is, sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage, and I promise you something great will come of it. And I think that's so powerful. It was my iPhone wallpaper for a while.
Yes, ma'am. I have full body chills right now. I think if more of us lived that way, right? Like, that's a powerful statement.
So I've actually never heard that phrase before, but it's so true and it could apply to so many different things in life. Whether it's in this case, telling someone how you really feel about them, or if it's like that split-second decision to take action on our wildest dreams, maybe it's public speaking.
This means to the average person, if you have to be at a funeral, you would rather be in the casket than doing the eulogy.
Maybe it's taking the game-winning shot in your basketball game, deciding to make that post spin in your mind for a while, or whatever it may be. So many great things lie just on the other side of that courageous action, and as she said, 20 seconds of that courageous action. And sometimes, of course, it's the hardest thing to have, of course, because like it's the one thing like that you've been avoiding and that you don't want to do right now. But it's like this could be what separates us from having exactly what we want versus living with regret. So whatever you're thinking of right now, if you feel called to take action on it and make that potential life-changing decision, I say just go for it. It might be super tough. Those 20 seconds might feel like an eternity. It can also lead you to something absolutely amazing. Next up, I want to give my updates and coverage of the NBA playoffs with wherever we're at as of this weekend. So stay tuned for that. Now, raw thoughts? So guys, now that the conference finals have been wrapped up, time to give my thoughts. So I was in fact rooting for the Knicks ever since the Lakers got eliminated. But ultimately the series came down to the Pacers had the deeper roster, way too many turnovers by the Knicks, a ton of transition points, and horrible defense in transition by the Knicks, and the Pacers were of course able to expose some of the Knicks' weaknesses throughout the series. Now first off, I do want to give credit, so I do believe the Knicks actually did have a great season. They overachieved a lot of people's expectations. They beat the Boston Celtics, defending champions, to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, of course. However, one major flaw was that last year the Knicks only had to account for Brunson's bad defense. But this year, of course, it was him and Cat. I mean, in Game 6, Cat was giving up freebies to Halburn in the paint. And look, I do think Cat actually gave a very gritty performance, and the Knicks, of course, did leave it all on the floor. Also, for anyone who wants to fire Tibbs, or who thinks he shouldn't be coaching the Knicks, I would have to strongly disagree with you on that one. His teams are always going to play super hard for him, and if you look at any team he's coached in the past, before he gets there versus after, the whole culture shifts, and it's often a total turnaround as far as record goes. He led the Knicks to 2 straight 50-plus win seasons, and unfortunately, they ran into a team with a deeper roster. This also wasn't the defensive team that Tibbs would have wanted, and that Tibbs is accustomed to coaching. He's not the one who gave up DiVincenzo and Randall in the offseason. And could those two have made a difference? Well, of course, hindsight is always going to be 20/20. But tip your cap to the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton, well, of course I was rooting against him in this series. He made all the right reads, stepped up big in clutch moments, and even outplayed Brunson at some points. Although, just to be clear, I still think Brunson is the better player. Nembhard, of course, had 6 steals in Game 6, a lot of those on Brunson. Obi Toppin was great off the bench. Thomas Bryant was hitting threes. TJ McConnell always gives you a great performance. Pascal Siakam was incredible for so much of the series, honestly. So the Pacers can go 10 to 12 deep most games and not miss a step. Also, all of Siakam's finals experience paid off, as we could see. Also, once again, Tibbs went to his bench this series. He made the adjustments. He can't run back on defense for his guys, so credit to the Pacers. And also credit to Rick Carlisle, another great coach. Now looking ahead to the NBA Finals, I think like this is going to be a great series for the game of basketball, but probably not one for the average fan. Yes, you have the MVP in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and borderline budding superstar in Tyrese Haliburton, but this Finals is going to be all about team basketball and incredible team defense. Neither team is star-based, even though they have their go-to guys, of course. The Thunder can make any offensive star struggle and play poorly, which is what they did in the conference finals to Anthony Edwards. I mean, I've watched him enough this year to be able to say, like, I don't think Ant played bad necessarily. I just think, like, the Thunder defense and shifting incredibly well, and on-ball defense is so elite that it might make you think, oh, this player played a bad game. But everyone on that roster is young, can move their feet, and can defend at a super high level. Both teams, all their players move off the ball really well. So I do think the Thunder should be favored in this series. But this Pacers team had gone under the radar all season. So while the Thunder have been the best team in basketball basically all year in my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers find a way to make this a super close series. But we'll have to see. Like I said, this should be very good basketball, but I'm not sure like how exciting it's going to be. But for all my players and also like high-level fans out there who love watching the game of basketball, there's going to be a ton of elite high-level basketball being played in the series. So like something tells me all of the basketball fundamentalists are going to love the series. The average fans not so much, but like, so like I'm not sure how the series is going to be ratings-wise, but like once again, it will most likely be very well played basketball. Anyways guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts. I will catch you guys next time. Stay positive, stay hustling, stay grinding, go after all your dreams, have that 20 seconds of insane courage, make a difference in the world. I love you guys. Peace.